here, and then we'll move back to this. All right. Today we're going to be doing simplifying the expression. So when they give you something like this, we have to do a couple of steps. The first step is copy paste the top. So what it means is we're going to copy paste what's on the top. So here in this example, or let's get started with something much simpler. So for here, for this example, if they give you A3 over A1, you're going to copy paste, meaning this, right? Copy paste this. So if you notice, I did A3, copy paste. Then you're going to subtract the denominator exponent from that. So A3 minus 1 is A squared. Now, let's use another example. If you have A to the 5th over A to the 3rd, copy paste the top, A to the 5, and subtract the 3. That becomes 5 minus 3 is 2. So A squared. So again, it's becoming the same thing, but it's just happened to be that same example. So let's use more examples. Now, what happens when you have A3 over A to the 4th? Now again, you copy paste the top and you subtract the denominator, but in this case, notice that A is raised to the negative first power. Let's go back to a rule here. Never leave an answer with a negative exponent. I'll repeat it again. Never leave an answer with a negative exponent. So what happens here? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to bring it down, and you're going to add so 1 over A. That's going to be your answer. Because remember, look, now it's the same exponent, but positive. A general rule of thumb is this. If you have an answer of x is equal to x raised to the negative 3rd power, it becomes 1 over x to the 3rd. Why? Because if it's negative on the top, you bring it down positive. Another example. If you have 1 over x to the negative 3rd as an answer, you never want to leave it negative. You want to make sure that this is positive, so you bring it up positive. So let's use a little bit more of examples. What happens if you have p to the negative 6? That's an answer. That's your final answer after you did all this work here. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to bring it down, 1 over p to the 6. What happens if you have p 1 over p to the negative 4? Again, you have a negative exponent, so you want to bring it up positive. So it becomes p to the 4th power. Okay. The general rule is this. Remember, if the answer is negative on the top, you bring it down positive. So here, x to the negative 7 is going to be, it's negative on the top, right? So you're going to bring it down positive to 1 over x to the 7. And if the exponent is negative on the bottom, you bring it up positive. So here, 1 over p to the negative 3rd becomes p to the 3rd. Okay? Okay, so let's use more examples. A to the 4th over a to the 7th. Again, copy paste the top, subtract 7. So 4 minus 7 is negative 3, right? So what happens? This negative 3, you bring it down, so it becomes 1 over a to the 3rd. So this is your final answer. Okay? These are your final answers because the exponents are positive. What happens when they give you something more complex, like this? Again, copy paste the top, a to the 3rd, subtract this exponent, 3 minus 10. Same thing, copy paste the top, b to the 4th, and subtract the 6th. Notice that I'm subtracting from the same base, from the same letter. Never try to match the A with a B. It has to be A with A, B with B. So the final answer gives you 3 minus 10 is minus 7, and 4 minus 6 is minus 2. But this is not your final answer. What has to happen is, this is negative 7 on the top, so you bring it down
1
positive, right? So 1 over a to the 7,
b,
and then
it's
b
2
to the 2nd, right? So now it's positive. Therefore, you have an answer, which is here. Okay, now another example. When you have these two, and you can't cancel them because you have different bases, this is negative on the top, so you have to bring it down, right? This becomes x to the 7th. And here is down negative, so you have to bring it up positive. So this becomes p to the 4th. So this will be an answer for this type of question. What happens when you have something like this? When you have x to negative 6 and x squared? Well, you do the same thing I taught you. X to negative 6, copy paste, and you subtract the bottom denominator, x minus 2, right? And then you have a p, and then minus, right, p to the 1st power, minus this, minus 2.
I can't see.
Therefore, it becomes minus 6 minus 2. That becomes x to the negative 8. And then 1, negative times negative is positive, so 1 plus 2, that becomes p to the 3rd. You can't leave your answer like this, so you have to bring down the negative 8.
You cannot leave the answer like that?
No. You have a negative, you can never leave an answer as a negative exponent. Never leave an answer as a negative exponent. You have to bring it down positive.
How come the top over there, the equals a negative 1, it was the answer? The first ones.
Here?
No, up, the blue. Oh, okay, you changed it. That one on the left. The answer is?
This was negative. So since this was negative, I brought it down positive. Now here, this was negative on the bottom, so I brought it up positive.
Oh, okay.
Notice that this was negative on the top, so I brought it down positive. So again, you want to be a positive person. Never want to be with negative people, right? So same thing with exponents. If you're negative on the top, bring it down positive. If you're negative at the bottom, bring it up down. Here, you have negative 8 at the top, so you bring it down positive. Here you have p to the 3rd, which is already positive on the top, so you leave it positive on the top. Okay? All right, so let's do a couple of examples for this type of thing. A10, A3, right? The first rule is copy paste the top. All right? Follow the rules. Then what? Subtract the denominator exponent from the numerator. What's my answer?
7.
A is 7. Do I have to move or change it? No, because it's positive. So that's my final answer. How about here? Same concept. Copy paste the top.
B.
Subtract the denominator, right? So minus 12. What is 3 minus 12?
9. Negative 9.
B minus 9.
1 over 4.
It's
1
negative, right?
over
So I have to change it positive, right? So I bring it down positive. B to the 9th power, right? And this will be my final answer. Okay? How about number 3? Same concept. Copy paste the top. Subtract the denominator. The B now. Copy paste the top.
10.
Subtract the denominator.
Subtract.
What happens now? 6 minus 12.
Negative 6.
Well, 6 minus 12 is negative 6. And 10 minus 4
Positive 6.
is positive 6. Now notice, this guy is negative, so it's going to go down.
Down.
This is positive, so it stays up.
It's still
Oh.
So this is b to the 6 over a to the 6. And therefore, this guy is your final answer. So again, never have negative exponents
What,
at the end.
what module is this?
This is more like the end of 6,
Ah.
in the middle end of 6. Okay, let's go on to number 4. When you have this, x to negative 6, right? Then you subtract this 2, right? So minus 6 minus 2. Then you have p to the fourth power, copy paste that. And then you subtract this. Notice what's happening, I subtract this whole thing. So I always have to remind myself, I subtract this whole thing, including the negative, right? So I have an additional negative here. So don't make a mistake in that case. What happens now? Here, this becomes minus 6 minus 2 is minus 8. And now p, what's 4 plus 2?
6.
6. And therefore, this becomes what? What's the answer to this?
P
P to the 6.
6.
And the negative goes down.
Down.
So x to the 8. 8 power. So this will be your answer. Okay? So with that, I think that's a good pause point.